Hello everyone and welcome to the final round of the AOR PC GT3 Elite League, finally here at Road America. And yeah, this race has actually taken place about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm not too sure anymore. So we are already preparing ourselves for Season 5, which is going to start in the beginning of July. So I think it's 6th of July, I'm not too sure anymore. We will start Season 5, but anyway, we will concentrate now on this final round as this is a track where our car should be quite good because, as you will see now in a bit, very long straights, that is going to help us, but also some heavy braking zones and some areas where you need that downforce. So yeah, we will see how it goes as we now prepare ourselves for our hot lap going into turn 1 here. Here we go, then a little bit widey on the exit, but still quite okay. As soon as I prepare myself for turn 3 actually, because turn 2 is that little kink down on this straight towards turn 3. It's quite weird, and I think this corner, this is actually also a corner if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure anymore. As soon as we'll finish the first sector with this very heavy braking zone. We're going to first give you, shift it down pretty aggressively. That won't be the case the next season, I can tell you, because we will have mechanical damage on for the first time in this league, and we had a quite good lap so far. So we now use all of the curb on the inside. We can do that pretty well with our car because our ride height is quite high in this car in general. So we are not struggling whatsoever with curbs or off-track areas or something like that. And now this section here is pretty painful, I have to say. It is a very long right-hander, and with the understeer in this car, it's really well, we will lose time there compared to some other cars. Pretty aggressively here on the curbs as well, and we are almost 2 turns up, so that is very good to see as we now another heavy braking zone into this right-hander into second gear, little bit wide again, but just staying within the limits, I guess. And now almost flat out through here, into the kink here, and now braking down for the final corner into second gear, and we're trying to open up this right-hand as much as possible to get the best possible exit, and we did that quite well. Not the best final sector, I think, on the last lap, but it was a little bit better, but still, it is going to be an improvement, and guess what? It is going to be the 7th PB in the 7th race I attend, so this is incredible so far, and it is, again, like in the 2 other races beforehand, P5 on the grid, but the first time within a second of pole position, which is taken by Khaki, Mini Black, his teammate in second place of the Bentley, looking very strong on this track. Actually a rookie in third in the BMW Z4, Dinda in fourth behind front of me. Maisie, very good from him in P6, and Savage, Jellyfish, Bransky, and another rookie also in the BMW Z4 in P10. And Martin van der Bent, Silva, AJ, Andrex, Centro, Tipple, Pedro, and Wise Guy. Nostra not setting a time because he joined the party very late, and Massa and Tony starting from, oh no, sorry, I'm sorry. Nostra, Massa and Tony got a quali ban because of the inquiry of Spa, which well, the results of this Spa inquiry just came out in front of this race, so they will have to start from their back, which is going to be quite interesting for Khaki and Tony actually, who will be battling for second in the championship still. So we will see how that plans out. As we will now start this race. It is going to be a dry race. We will start in clear, and then well, it will get overcast, but it's not going to rain.
Ignore these lights.
And yeah, as Yoki said, ignore these lights. Again, manual standing start. Next season we will do a manual rolling start. So we will but for now, I think we will wait for about 30 seconds, and then Yoki, and whenever Yoki and Fizzy are ready, we will start the start sequence. And I hope we will get a better start than last week at Silverstone, because yeah, that was not really good. It would be good to defend that P5 at the moment. That would be an achievement. And here we go then. Yoki gives us the call.
Drivers, prepare for the start sequence. Red, 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 green.
And we are on the way for round 10 of Road America. Oh, that's actually Patrick Gronstar not starting off the line, which is very causes carnage and behind. And apart from that, we had a very, very good end of the line. But Brownski as well, who's up into P5. And they're very brave on the brakes here, trying to overtake Mini Black. Oh, he spins off the curb. And there's the first
BMWs.
Bentley gone out of this top 3, and we're up into P3. So very, very good start, and also quite interesting by why Gronstra and didn't start there. I don't know if he didn't see Yoki or stuff like that, or if he had technical problems. But for the moment, again in P3 behind Khaki and Mini Black, which is a very, very good. Ooh, as Khaki goes sideways there. Oh no! Well, for those who know Project Cars, this is quite a common bug. If the people do not have a good connection to each other, that can sometimes happen. For me, at least, on my screen, Khaki just drives sideways all the way, and that will give us some bad view as we have to deal now with smoke coming out of the rear of Khaki's tires. But of course, he's driving pretty normally, and he's already pulling away from Mini Black as expected. So we will see if we can actually stick it with Mini Black, and if Brownski can stick it with us, because Brownski, of course, someone who has incredible race pace, much better than his qualifying pace, and he was, I think, I don't know what his qualifying result was. I can't remember anymore. But anyway, yeah, it is quite painful actually. This coming out the smoky of Khaki's car. We're running wide here because we can't see the corner properly. It's quite. It's not that funny actually to drive at the moment. We definitely can't go to the limit. We have to be a little bit extra cautious here because we can't see the track properly. In some corners at least. And Mini Black currently pulling away, so he's already 1 second up the in front of us, and Brownski pretty close just because, but he will not harm us on the straight whatsoever in this BMW Z4, as we're also running quite low downforce, I have to say, very low downforce for a track that also needs a little bit downforce as well. But I just thought, well, it worked for me. Pretty nicely, I have to say, in practice. And yeah, I mean, much better start than last week. Silverstone, of course, P3 at the moment. We didn't spin out or something, stuff like that. So, strategy-wise, I have to say we will be a little bit compromised here because I tried. Oh, there's Nostra there on the in the grass there. So I wonder what happened there. I remember now. That was the incident. That was an incident between Tony, Massa, and Nostra at the back of the field in going into turn, coming out of turn 1, I guess it was. And Massa, Tony, and Nostra were out of the race after that. So that's very, very unfortunate. And that means if Khaki wins this race, he will be safely P2 in the championship in front of Tony. And that would be his 3rd win, I guess, of the season. But I mean, it's pretty early to judge, is it? We are on lap 2, and we're not really sticking it with Mini Black, as we are now missing the apex completely of that corner. And Brownski now very, very close, and he will catch us in the slipstream. Is he going up the inside for this right-hander? He definitely has the ability to do it, but he does not quite brake as late as he could possibly do in clean air. But I think he will just stick it back. And yeah, as I said before, strategy-wise, we will be compromised because we will have to pit. Our tires are not going to last. I tried it very, very much to make the no stop work, but in practice it just didn't for me. So I will have to pit, and I assume a couple of guys do not. So we will have to push very, very hard indeed to make a gap to these guys, and let's see what we can do. Also compared to Brownski, who's sticking quite nicely with us, but you also have to say 2:06.5 is not really a race pace I wanted to go at the moment. At least a second, maybe a second faster or something. We should be able to do a second faster per lap at the moment. But once Khaki is out of range, which he already is, we will have a well clear view basically. We do not suffer from any smoke or stuff like that, and then we definitely can start to push and take some more risk than we do at the moment. So Mini Black still in front of us, 1.7 seconds, so he's already slightly pulling away. Definitely had the better pace in this early stages. Definitely struggling a little bit for rhythm at the moment, but this lap is already better than last lap, so I think we should be fine here. And we are, as we now skip to lap 5. Mini Black pulled away for 3 seconds, and Brownski still within a second, but a little bit further down. Remember, he was like 3 to 5 tenths or something behind us. Now it's almost a second, so it's good to see. And look at the lap time as well. We are now 5 tenths almost up on our previous best, which we set on lap 4. And this is going to be a 2:05 4.3 or something like that. So if we could keep that up until we pit, that would be I would be very satisfied with that, as that is pretty much a maximum I can do on race pace. And here we go, personal best 2:05.3 set on lap 5. And yeah, of course the target is now to get Brownski out of that slipstream effect and pull away if we can, because yeah, our only chance is really to push as hard as we can, because I predict that he does not pit and we will have to pit, and if that is the case, we will definitely have a huge task to even catch him. So as we now make a jump to lap 12 even, and Mini Black increased the gap a little bit again to 4.4, and we also increased the gap to Brownski to 3.4 seconds. So that is a very good sign so far in this race. Very consistent and good race so far. A little bit of inconsistent and searching for rhythm at the beginning, but still, I mean, good race so far. As we now skip to lap 15, our scheduled pit stop basically, and I thought if I would go earlier, but I just wanted to keep it with Mini Black basically and see what he does, and I just decided when he does not pit at the end of lap 15, I'm going anyway, so otherwise we will lose so much time. And Brownski is still sticking with us, so we lost a little bit of time because, well, tires are not looking too good. I really have to say there was no point for me doing a no stop on this race. And here we go, Mini Black into the pits, so that is a good. I was relieved to see that actually that someone actually goes into the pits, because I haven't heard from many guys behind me that they're going into the pits, so that is very I was very relieved that he would do that. And here we go then. Into the pits. And also Maisie behind us in the Ginetta going into the pits. He's having a very good race so far, considering, I mean, this is not really a track where the Ginetta is incredibly good at, with the straight line disadvantage it has. So it could be the best, so far, it could be the best race for Maisie, at least in this season. As now Tipple, who's already lapped, unlaps him basically, and Silver as well, so they must have had some issues as well in the first couple of races and first couple of laps. And it's not the first time for these two really. These two, and definitely also AJ, these three were so unlucky this season, and definitely could have been much better position wise in the championship for them. As we now skip to lap starting now lap 18, and we're setting a new personal best with 2:04.9. that is good to see, and we're picking up pace again. Mini Black just keeps the gap on, even increases a little bit, 4.5 seconds at the moment. Sorry. And yeah, it will be very difficult at this moment, because I just saw how much time we lost, and if Brownski's tires do not fall off the cliff or something towards the end of the race, it will be definitely he will be safe with P2, because yeah, we do not have the pace of a Kaki or a Mars or something to catch him in the end. And I mean, he has a 45 seconds, and that will be definitely not catchable in these 14 laps, I think it was. So we're now on lap 22, and look at the gap to Mini Black. It has come down to 3.2 seconds. That was something I was really surprised of, because he just seemed to have the edge of me so far in this race. But then now on the last 4 laps, I was able to gain 1.5 seconds of him on or something. So that gives us a little bit of hope maybe to catch him towards the end of the race, if we keep that pace up we have got at the moment, because it is very, very consistent what we're driving at the moment. Yeah, I really have to say I was very, very satisfied with my pace. Here we go, we are on a green lap, so it could be my personal best. Okay, could be my personal best of the race here on lap 22, and the gap to Maisie is 10 seconds. That is pretty much done if we do not make any mistakes. So it could be a P5 for Maisie, and that would be incredible for a Ginetta, really have to say. Very, very good race for him so far. And yeah, Mini Black losing another couple of tenths because he's now lapping Andrex. So the gap has come down to 2.4 seconds in this first sector so far. So we're definitely in a shadow if we can overtake lap basically Andrex in a good spot, and you do not lose any time or something. We are really, really, really close, and we still have got a little bit of time to, of course, just increase the pressure on Mini Black towards the end of this race, which is definitely something we have to wait for a mistake, basically, because even if we are the monster on the straight, we can't overtake a Bentley. A Bentley is maybe the second fastest car on the straight. The Audi maybe the second fastest, and the Bentley the third fastest on the straight. And then, yeah, it is very, very difficult. It will be difficult even if there's such a long straight like a Road America, but but the first task is to catch him, and we are catching him. 2.1 seconds at the moment, coming out towards the end of the second sector, and we're definitely catching also Andrex, so maybe on the start-finish straight we should be fine to overtake him. And now into this kick. Oh, we're missing the apex by a country mile there, and we're coming on the grass, and that is costing us a second basically, or 8 tenths in that second sector, and that was so unfortunate. Because now it is basically, we shift accidentally into first gear, but now the gap has increased to 4.2 seconds, and that is was a little bit, was very, very unfortunate and unnecessary to do this mistake, because we're looking quite good, and now I think Mini Black should be safe as you now skip 1 lap later again in that long right-hander. And well, Maisie pretty equal also on pace with Mini Black and me in that second stint, so it's very good to see us now again coming through this, and again missing the epics and coming on the curb. Oh no! We're spinning off the curb into the wall, and there's only 4.5 laps to go. And what is going on with me? I mean, the second time in a row missing the apex by a country mile like corner, and we're catching the curb in a very, very unlucky position, and we're just spinning, and we can't control it anymore. If the car's off, then the car is off, and we will have some pretty severe damage. You will see that I'm actually going straight, and look where I have to put the wheel, that the car is actually going straight. So pretty severe suspension damage going on, also with lack of straight line speed. Look at this lap, 2:07.8, and Maisie is now definitely in the shot for P4, and he's right behind us, and even with his Ginetta I think he will have an opportunity to overtake us, because we are so slow now. We're basically 2 seconds or maybe even more slower per lap than we would be normally. We're really, really struggling on the braking, in the corners, with grip, and on the traction as well. So yeah, it will be very, very difficult now to defend from Maisie. And look at this, he's not losing whatsoever on the straights despite being in a Ginetta, so that is yeah, it is going to be difficult to defend that now. The Czech driver already a little bit deep there, and is there going to be an opportunity for Maisie? He's definitely around the outside, but if we keep it in the inside here, yeah, we are keeping that P4 for the moment. It's pretty sure that I think on this straight here after, I mean, this right-hander and the kink that will harm us so much. Basically, even with dealing with more understeer now with broken suspension. Look at this, how close he is into this right-hander. You definitely can take much more speed through that than we do. And definitely now we have to nail these corners now. We are not flat out here through there. And look at this. Look at this, Maisie coming up the inside. He now has the inside line maybe for this right-hander, and let's see where he brakes, and he brakes much later than us, and that's the move done. 4P4 for Maisie, and that is going to be a very, very good result. As I said before, for the Ginetta, and there's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do, and we actually have to also complete another 2 laps, and let's see, Dinda is 5.4 seconds behind, so it's could be getting close towards the end of this race. Actually, let's see what we can do in the straight here. Normally we should fly past that Ginetta by now, but no, we are gaining a little bit in the straight stream, but not too much, and there's nothing we can do now. Maisie has got this as far as he, well, if he doesn't make any mistake, of course, but there's definitely no opportunity for us to overtake him again. And we really, really have to watch out now for Dinda, who's, I think, in a battle for P6 at the moment with someone else. I think it might be in the Starovic, if I'm not mistaken. But that could be work in a favor for us, that we will, yeah, stay in P5, of course. That mistake was so stupid. I mean, it was very, very safely in P4, and to just try to make a little bit more risk, take a little bit more risk to do more to apply more pressure on Mini Black, but that didn't work, and then I was actually the guy who made the mistake. So coming down to lap 29, the last lap of this season, and Kaki won the race with actually also no stopping, so that is very impressive from him. Brownski coming home in a solid 2nd position, so again he's making up some places with a no strategy, with a no pit stop, and yeah, we maintain P5 as Dinda is now 2 seconds behind us, and Maisie 3 seconds up the road. And here we go, round the final corner. We will come home in P5. Yeah, P5 it is. And I mean, one and all, that it is a very, very good result. I was very happy with my pace. Of course, that mistake shouldn't have happened, but still, it is P5 in the end. Actually, yeah, here you can see P5, but actually Maisie got a 10-second penalty for an incident he had with Nesterovic early in the race, so he will drop down to let's see, to P8. To P7. So he will, yeah, we will gain that position from him. We are in P4, and yeah, Kakin winning in front of Brownski's 36 seconds and 58. Is Mini Black already behind, so that is pretty dominant from Kaki, I have to say. Dinda behind us, Martin van der Bent, Nesterovic, Jellyfish, and Pedro in a good 10th position for the Cadillac. Then the 2 rookies of classes, and Gronster in P11 and 12, and especially Gronster looked very, very strong in the qualifying position, so that after he, yeah, that was very unfortunate for him. Centro in 13th, Silver in 14th, Andrex, Weisker, and then the non-finishers of Nostra, Tony, and Massa, who just, well, left the session after that. So yeah, that was the last race, and now you will be able to see the championship standings, because that's quite interesting, because we made up a jump from P11 to P8 with that 4th position at Road America, so that is I'm very, very happy with that. I mean, P8 wouldn't have thought that being in the top 10 towards the end of the season is I'm very happy with that. Mass, of course, taking the championship in front of Kaki, who overtakes Tony in the last race, then Brownski, Mini Black, Nesterovic, Dinda, and yeah, a couple of guys also losing some position in the last race. Papan not starting, Tipple not finishing. And for the team, Silva and Nostra in P18 and 19, and both, of course, with some non-finishers, and especially Silva with some incredible bad luck in the second half of the season. I mean, he had some good races. For example, Le Mans was very good. Belgium, Spa was also not too bad for him. And yeah, we will see how that plans out for next season, as we now see the Constructors' Championship, the Astons of course winning in front of the Bentleys, then the BMW Z4s, then the Roofs, and then us, the MG Army in P5. And yeah, that's pretty much the season, I have to say. Very happy how that went out. I'm definitely signing up for Season 5. Oh, well, I already have signed up for Season 5. We will all have to do the time trial event once again, so it's not sure yet if I will be in the Elite League, but I hope I will be fast enough in the time trial event to secure my place. And yeah. Also a couple of changes coming in now with the next season, but I'm not going to tell you much about that at the moment, as I will introduce that when Season 5 actually starts in the early days of July actually. So thank you for watching. Thank you to all the drivers, to all the organizators. Oh, don't know if that is the right word in English, but thanks to Fizzy, Yoki, and Erti and AJ, I think it was. So all the coordinators around us. The drivers, of course, had some very, very good battling, very good racing, and I hope we will see a very, very strong grid for Season 5, and hopefully also back in a good car, in a good team. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, leave a like, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.